Thank you, Lord, for every day, for the love that lights my way. Blessings come and blessings go. In your grace my soul will grow. When I rise and when I fall.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. Making for joining if it's your first time, and if you're returning, thanks for coming back. Today I just wanted to do a part two of the car emergency of the items that I usually keep in my car. And if you haven't seen the previous video, I was just describing or explaining that like right now I don't have a car um vehicle, but when I've been out with a car without a car for a couple of months, like about 6 months maybe. And I just did a video on the things that I usually keep in my car. And in that video I didn't necessarily go out to my car or look in my car because my battery's dead. And yeah, I didn't feel like unlocking every individual door and then trying to open like the back of my car. So I just tried to do it based off of memory. And then yesterday I was sitting, and for some reason I thought about one of the items, and I was like, oh, that's one item that I don't think that I mentioned. So just in this video, I just made some little notes on my phone, and I'll just go over just a few more things that I think I forgot to mention. Some of these I might have mentioned in the other video, but I'll just mention them again just in case you hadn't seen the first video. And I'll try to link at the end of this video the first video, the part one. So the thing that I was talking about that I remembered, for some reason it was like raining, and I was thinking about a tarp for some reason. So that's the one thing that I did have. I did have at least like two different tarps in my car. And uh like when I first got it, I really didn't know what I could use it for. I didn't really have a purpose for buying one. I just bought it because I just watch a bunch of videos on YouTube prepper channels and just a bunch of people that in the preparedness community, and they're saying that's like one good multi uh item use item, like a multi-use item that you can use for multiple different purposes. So, but one thing that I have used mine for is just like sometimes in the back of your car you might have something that you could get like the interior of your car dirty. So like one time I had just like a battery, I had to like take it back to the store to recharge it or switch out the battery. So I just laid that down to make sure, nothing got dirty. That the uh material, the fabric material in my car didn't get messed up. And another thing that I have used the tarp for is like going to the beach. I would just like put it out either like when I'm using my cooler or just I guess I did use it at the beach just like as a cover, like over the sand when you go to lay your tent down. Just so you won't be sitting or have your tent set up on directly on the sand. You have some kind of barrier between the sand and you, so you don't be all sandy. But I mean, of course, the sand always gets on there, but it's just much better to have that than have nothing. So I did have at least two, and the ones that I just got them from Walmart. I don't remember how much they were or the size, but they were just like the regular size. And I know they do have different sizes and different colors, so you can buy like extra large, extra large, and they have some that you can kind of use like a tent for. I know some like if you want to use your like you're camping and you have your car and you want to like if you have an SUV, you can open up the back and you could kind of just like use it as like a shelter, so you could like tie it down to a tree or post or something, or use stakes, and you can just have like a covering. So if you want to leave like the opening of your uh back of your SUV open, you can just like leave it open. That way you can like enter and exit through there instead of like your front doors. You can lock them, and you just have like a nice setup. Another thing that I have is just like some kind of rope, paracord. So I did also find that at Walmart, and I just have just like the long cord of rope because that's another thing you can have multiple uses for. To use to like tie stuff down, or just like I bought like a trailer on the back of my, I don't know what you call it, a little stand where you can place things on the like back of my car. So I'll put like my cooler instead of putting it like inside of my car just to save room. And then I have like the bungee cord type of things with the little clamps. I actually have one here. So it's like these kind of, I don't know what you call these, like tie downs or whatever, the different kinds. So like I bought, it was like Walmart, they had like a pack about this big and wide, and they had like different sizes and different kind. But I mean, it was better than this. It wasn't this. This is just one I have just close. I had already close by. But I mean, of course, it's longer and thicker rope, and they're like kind of stretchy. So we have to like put it over something. It'll hold it in place. And like I said, I use mine for the back of my trailer. I have just like a little I don't know what you call it, shelf, storage container, utility rack, I guess, to hold items. So I have those, and then just a regular, just like a long rope. And one day I had bought that rope because I was trying. I don't know why I didn't think just to let that. I guess I didn't want to have to bring an air pump. I was trying to like use it to tie down like a air mattress on the top of my car, but it didn't work because the air mattress, they want, I guess the wind was too harsh for it. And by the time I make it to my destination, just I couldn't. There was no air in it, and I didn't have an air pump, so it was like a waste of time and money. But I did keep the cord, and later I did. I didn't necessarily find a use for it, but one day I was just like at the park, and someone's car. I don't know. They needed like a rope for something to tie something down, or I think their trunk wouldn't close. She couldn't get her trunk to close, so she tried. She was trying to like, to her husband could get to her because she was trying to call him to come out there to help her. He's like, "Well, don't you have a rope or something you can use to like just close it and tie it, to your bumper until you can get home?" And she stopped and asked me, and I was like, "Yeah, I should have some," and thankfully I did. So she just tied it on the best she could until she could get home. So that's what I'm saying. Like some emergency supplies you might not necessarily be able to use, but you might be able to help somebody else in an emergency. So another thing is I always keep like oil, just like motor oil in my car, because sometimes in between oil changes, your oil can like go down or whatever. And you definitely don't want to be driving around without any oil. So that's what I always do. Just check. If you don't know how to check your oil, then whenever you get a change, you just ask the person that's doing the oil change, what kind of oil do you need or use. And usually it's on like your sticker, or you can look in your manual, in your car manual, or you can even look on like the cap that you pour the oil in. There's like a cap. You can look on there, and it's usually one of those. Another thing that I usually also keep is coolant, antifreeze. I used to keep that like year round, just leave it in the back of my car. And I used to get the kind that's already mixed because it's easier to just go ahead and it's already mixed, so you just pour it and you don't have to worry about trying to, find something to mix it, find a different container or whatever. And then along with the coolant of the supplies that I would need for like either doing the coolant or the oil is just I used to get like a small face towel and or like a hand towel. Just like when you're checking your oil or whatever, you don't have to like try to go back in the house, or you may not be at home and you might need something just like to wipe your hands off. So if you can keep like, just like a thing of this, the soap in the back of your car, you could like squirt this on your hand and use your bottle of water, just rub your hands together, wash your hands and dry them. Or you can use sanitizer also. Uh and then going along with that also is you need a funnel. So you would need your funnel for like your oil. I don't think for your cooling you necessarily need one, but I mean, you need at least one funnel. And what I did is I have like a funnel and then I just keep it like in a plastic bag after I use it, just like a Walmart bag or whatever. And I tie it up in there. I have like a little compartment that I can put mine in. The way the oil won't get on anything and it just stays contained. And I did mention matches in my other video, but I'll just mention it again because that's something I thought about and I wasn't sure if I mentioned it or not. And blankets and just like throws. So I used to try to keep them in my car year round, but especially during the winter times, I always like check in at the beginning of the winter, and I try to do it before it gets cold. I try to do it before it gets start getting cold. That way, I know that it's in there, and I usually the same thing. Try to keep at least two in there, and I just try to make sure that I have one for like each individual family. And that way, we're all together, and everybody needs, your car could break down or something could happen. You could be going to pick somebody up from work or something, and you might get there early, and you might just want to like rest, take a nap for a few minutes. And you might want to turn your car off, so you might just need just like a little blanket to keep you nice and cozy and or warm. So that's one thing that I do try to remember to keep like year round. Because even when it's not cold, anything can happen and you just might need something just comforting. Or, you could be driving and one of your passengers get like really cold because you might have the air too high for them, but if you're not cold, you might be hot and they might be cold. So just for your passengers or kids to feel comfortable. And then another thing that I did keep is just like an extra thing of like deodorant. And I also sometimes do that also just like in either my bag or I usually do it in my baby's bag. They have the little like travel size deodorant and things that you can buy like at either Dollar Tree, like at Target or Walmart, or you can just buy just a regular size. But the only thing about that is you just want to make sure, when you're not in your car, you're not leaving it directly in the sun. So, like you put it in your trunk or under the seat or just like in the door in the little pocket there in the door. Another thing that I do, I think I did mention in the last video, is apple cider vinegar, because that is like a multi-use thing. So for me, my reason would be doing it is just for like detox, because sometimes I just put like a capful in my water, and I haven't been doing it too much lately because I haven't been buying a lot of apple cider vinegar. And I was going to like replace because I usually buy the Brags, but since the new owners took over, I just feel like the concept is much more diluted. Like it's more like watered down. So I don't like to use that brand. I'm sorry, my daughter is here, so I'm trying to like move around her. But I have to try to find another brand to replace Brags. But I do. At one point in time, did start buying these. This is, I didn't realize this was a whole different company, but these are just like little, how many ounces or 2 ounce apple cider vinegar with some other. So, yeah. So, and I think on here it does tell you like a serving how much to use or whatever. For recommend to use 4 bottle caps full for 1 serving. Oh, okay. So it does tell you that on these. And so usually I would just like 1 or 2 capsules and put it just like in a regular bottle of water. Okay, it does have like a little bottle of water there, so it tells you how much to put to use. But I don't think I ever use like 4 capsules, but I guess it just depends on how smooth you can take it. But that's like a good high use thing also. But that's mostly what I would use it for. You can use it for other things, but like I keep it in my car because sometimes in the morning I'm in a rush and I don't have time to do it. So I was just like have those in my car. And sanitizer. This is not sanitizer, but you can keep just like this size, a little size or bigger. I think a sanitizer in your car also for like washing hands and sanitizing. And I also did have like another type of tool, like the little thing with the little pliers and screwdriver and whatever. And so I did have one of those in my car as well as just like a set of pliers. And then I had bought from AutoZone like a lug and nut set and with a little wrench. Uh just for, just like emergency or whatever. If somebody while stopping I need assistance for something, just make sure that I have the tools, even if I don't know how to do something, that I have the tools that if somebody does decide to stop and help me, if I need help, that I have them. Because, that's like half the problem is just like having it, because it's like somebody stops and help you, you don't have what you need, then it's like really, they can't really help you. And another thing that I had is scissors. So just like a regular pair of scissors. Because I had like extra pair. Well, one day I had used scissors for something. I needed some scissors, and I put them in my car, and I just never took them out. So they just like kind of stayed there, and I was like, "Oh, this is a good item to like keep in your car." So you don't have to go out and buy like a fancy kind if you just have like extra pair of scissors laying around, or you can just go to like Walmart or Dollar Tree and just buy a cheap pair because you just never know when you might need scissors. And I think I just happen to see these now gloves also. So I try to keep gloves. These gloves they come in like a smaller pack. I think it's like 3 pair of gloves or something. And they're like it was like 3 or 5 pair. I don't remember. But they're like the same brand and everything. There's just a smaller packet from Walmart. And I think they're like a couple of dollars or so. But it has just like a couple pair of gloves in there. So just like sometimes, you might be going to or from work or going to church or somewhere and you might not want to get your hands dirty. You might not even just want to get your hands dirty at all. Or it might be an emergency situation where you just need something to cover your hands. So if you have these at all times, then you'll be covered. So like if you need to check your oil or check your coolant or something under the hood or uh or just have like a medical emergency, these are good to also have. So these are like vinyl, they're not non-latex, and that's another thing. You can buy like different kind of gloves. Some people are allergic to latex, so these are just like vinyl gloves. So and you can do like either or both. Um, I'm sorry. And they do have like different sizes. I think this is like a regular size. One size fits most. And then they should have like a large or extra large. And then some gloves come in like small, medium, and large. But I just got like a most size fits most. And these fit me pretty good. And they're good for just like cleaning and, just like around the house and just anything you need to clean your car out. But I think that's about it for now. If I could think of any other items that I forgot to mention, I would do a part 3. But thanks for watching. And I do have this on my neck again because I just went out to my car. So if I were in my car or what, I just want to stop to check the mailbox. I don't know what I said. I'm tired. I'm tired. But this is something that I always have. So I guess you can include this too. I would have my fire starter, pepper spray, and of course just my keys around the neck. If I'm in my car, I always have this at all times. But like I was saying, that's it for now. Thank you, and I'll see you back soon.